The first thing that I did was I had a rope, an apple, and then I made a tie in that rope that has the same size of an apple. And then I started measuring 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. And then when I got to 80 centimeters, I made a mark by my correction fluid. And then I increased 20 by 20, and each 20 I increase, I mark by 20 centimeters, which means I had a mark at 80 centimeters, 100 centimeters, 120 centimeters, and 140 centimeters. First, I tied the wall at 80 centimeters, and then I set the degree to 10 degrees, and then I made 10 oscillations, and I repeated this trial 3 times. Then I left the tie as it is. I just made the new angle equal to 20 degrees, and then I let it go. I made 3 trials. And then I made a new tie of 100 centimeters. I tied in the wall, and then I set the angle to 10 degrees. I made 10 oscillations, and then I calculated the time, and I repeated the process 3 times. And then I left the tie as it is, and then I set the new angle to 20 degrees. I made 10 oscillations, and I repeated the trial 3 times. And then I made a new tie of 120 centimeters. I tied it in the wall, and then I set the angle to 10 degrees. I let it go for 10 oscillations. I calculated the time, and I repeated the process 3 times. And then I left the tie as it is for 120 centimeters. I just changed the angle and I set it to 20 degrees. I let it go for 10 oscillations, and I calculated the time, and I repeated the process for 3 times. And then I made a tie of 140 centimeters. I tied it in the wall, and then I set the angle for 10 degrees. I let it go for 10 oscillations. I calculated the time, and I repeated the trial for 3 times. And then I left the tie as it is. I set the angle to 20 degrees. I let it go for 10 oscillations, and then I calculated the time. I repeated the process for 3 times.